Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Metroid. I'm Dellierian, and it's a pleasure to have you all here. In the previous episode we had gone a couple of things, but we are missing a couple of things, which is important. For one, we missed a map square right down there at the bottom. I'm not going to worry too much about that because we don't really have the power-ups to go ahead and deal with that majorly. But there is a couple of places that we can go, and a couple places I want to go. For one, we missed a power-up, or two power-ups actually. We're supposed to have power bombs at this point, as I had mentioned. And then along that, with that, we're also supposed to have a power-up called the Ice Beam. I've skipped both of these, and, you know, in the case of the Ice Beam, I don't remember where the Ice Beam actually is. Now, if we look here, you're actually supposed to come out at the bottom of this. Hold on, I'm going to go back. Now, I don't remember this as being how you get out of this room. So I'm going to real quickly check. Is there not another way to go through all this? Can you not? There is. Okay. Oh, goody. Well, guess we're right back to bomb jumping, unless maybe if I run, if I run, is that enough speed? It just can hit me. Oops. Again, playing with the analog stick is not okay. Oh, there we go. We just make that jump normally. So we'll go ahead and go out this way. Again, power bombs. I don't know where I missed them. Oh. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. You know what? Since we have these, I guess I can go ahead and show what you're supposed to do. I don't think that's where you're supposed to get power bombs initially, but oops. Power bombs are great. I'll show it off real quick. If you go and with them equipped, just do a normal attack. It murders literally everything in the area. So they are fantastic to have. I do want to show, however, if we come down, how you're actually supposed to do this lower room. Let's say very long fall here. Where does this go? Did I go down this pathway? I must have. No. First of all, I want to go ahead and... Oops. I have to remember how to play. You know, it's only been a day, but it's still... I have to remember how to play, all things considered. So we forgot to get this square way over to the corner here. If we go ahead and drop a power bomb... right there. It clears out all of these. And now if we hit the run button... Oh, come on, really? Don't mess with my groove. Hit the run button and run. Run all the way over, and then jump right at the end. Get all the way over there. Now you're supposed to grapple. There's another ability you have that's called Shine Sparking that I didn't do there, but it is one of those things that you can do if you want to. But I thought it was fine. Also, as I said before, dislike the grapple beam, but I'll do it here just for giggles. And actually, you know, after I'm done talking, I'll just cut ahead. But one of the things that you have available now is you can go through all the different doors that you couldn't, all the orange doors. So really, we don't have anything blocking our path from here on out. We have the water physics, which are all sorts of awful. But beyond that, we don't really have to worry so much about a lot of these rooms. Also, again, I have to remember how to wall jump for one. But I dislike the grapple beam, so I'm probably not going to use it too much if I can help it. And with that, we're back out of that little area. And we have the map fully completed, which is nice to have. So, where can we go now? First of all, I'm going to go ahead and get some of this energy back. And I'll go ahead and save as well, just because we're here. Come on, buddies. Go ahead and save. We have enough. I'm not worried too much. Power bombs, we're saying, will be dropping a lot. But there's a couple of things we can go back and do if we want to. Even though I'm not sure exactly if we'll be doing that or not. I'm going to go ahead and look at the map. But essentially, at this point, we do need to head back a little bit. So let's do that first and foremost. We go back this way. Just the back way we went. We need to head back to essentially above ground. So now that we have power bombs, that was one of the two items that was like, we don't have yet. The other one is the Ice Beam, which we were supposed to have way before, and I just never grabbed. So maybe that is the next thing we'll do. Go back up here first and foremost. And we'll look at the map. So, I think we should go... Let's go over to the left here. I don't remember if we can go further in all this or not. Or maybe this is the room that's entirely on fire. I don't remember why we can't... Why we stopped. Because we can go here. What is this marker over here? Is this just a recharge room? Oh, that is what it is. It's just a recharge room. Perfect. Well, we did need a little bit of energy as it is. And then what's this room right here? Why did we not go? We went into this room. Why didn't we go any further? Because you need the grapple beam. Okay. Or not need the grapple beam, but here we go. Again, I dislike the grapple beam, but essentially I'm just holding the shoulder button and smashing the button because, you know, that's easier than actually doing it. I don't like the grapple beam. I say as I fall into the lava multiple times over. And we could have come here earlier from the other side if we wanted to, because we had the wave beam early. And we're back here, so we've been to here before. Can we go through this wall? Again, this is one of the things seems bombable. Nope. Well, let's keep on going further down for the time being. And hey, Powerbombs, so we would have been stuck here as it was. So when you drop a Powerbomb, it'll kind of show any blocks in the vicinity that can be destroyed. So it's a good idea to keep your eye out for, you know, bombs, bombo doors or whatever. Oh, and here, yeah, we actually can't make our way any further in here, but if I show this, this is Ridley's hideout, essentially. Ridley is in there. Very scary. We can't get there right now. Our suit is not strong enough, so all we can really do is go back. So let's go ahead and go to, I guess, the backtracking portion of the game. I don't think, with the amount of HP I have right now, that you can make it through that area. Also, that's just back. We don't need to go that way. You know, some places, like, you have enough HP, you don't really have to worry about, you know, taking damage or anything like that. Or you can, like, damage tank the going through certain areas. It's not one of those situations right here. Here, I think it's faster to go to the left. Let's go to the left, and we're going to go essentially to that one pathway we didn't go right near the entrance of this place. And then I think it's time to start actually making our way towards the wrecked ship, another new area. We can also technically go to Meridia at this point, even though I'm going to avoid Meridia if I can. I remember not really liking Meridia all that much also. Oh no, we still take damage there. Not for any good reason, but beyond it, Meridia is an underwater level, and, well, I'm not the biggest fan of underwater levels. Is there nothing in this room? What was the purpose of this? Oh, it's just the recharge room. I mean, I can drop a power bomb. You'll find me that I drop a lot of power bombs, just like, what is in this room? And it turns out nothing. Go ahead and turn. The other thing I have to remember to do is to turn off the power bombs, because especially right now where we don't have a lot, definitely want to keep them in reserve. Or at max. The other thing I'll have to look up. Also, there was a power bomb slot somewhere that I was like, last episode, I was like, I should totally go and find. I have it in my note thing here. Okay, so before the Kraid boss room, there is a power bomb slot that we need to go ahead and find as well. So maybe we'll find our way there when we go back up to Norfair. So, we already got all the power-ups here. And what we're going to do, you know, there's a little bit of map completion we can do over to the one area there to the right, but I don't think that's that important. I don't think we're graded on map completion. Also, I remember hating this room. Seahorses and lava. The worst of both worlds. The seahorses are awful. It's easier for me just to, you know, keep jumping over to the side than actually try to, like, not take any damage. I say as I take a lot of damage. Oh boy. Go ahead and kill. Oh, can't kill those guys. Oh well. Keep on going this way and make our way back to the one area up to the top. So I'll meet you back up there because I don't think it's worth it to show all this. So we're back right near the elevator. I just came into this room right now. Let's start by going off to the left here and seeing what's over here. I don't remember it all. It's probably something good. Oh, right, we can definitely do this now. So first of all, let's go here. Oh, isn't this where you usually get the ice beam? Hold on a sec. Did I not skip the ice? I might have just gone the wave beam early and not skipped the ice beam because I'm trying to think. I want to say this is the room that you get it in. Like if you come. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it from top. I hate, or I'm not very good at the jumping and then getting into ball form and going through the little slots. So I think if we just go ahead and do this, we can bomb from up here. Oh well, that's fine. Again, switching to D-pad is the easiest and really only way to do that. Otherwise, it's impossible. You can't do it. And right here should be the ice beam. So we can now freeze enemies, which is important. You know, if you can't freeze enemies, that's all sorts of bad. Also, is there, you know, I remember there's several of these rooms that they hide stuff in, so power bombing here, but nothing important. Nothing important. So we can go ahead and head back and kill these guys as well to go ahead and get their energy. Energy is going to become important in the future going forward for a number of reasons, but you'll see that when we get back to our ship. You know, that's the next place that I'll probably use that. People who know what I'm talking about already know exactly what I'm talking about, because the ship is usually where most people use that first. So if we do come here, so here is the first signs of the ice beam. So this is what the wave beam looks like for most people. Again, I'm not very good at, you know, being patient and freezing the guys normally, so we have that there. I'm so used to having the space jump as well. So I'm like, oh no, I can't just jump forever. These are all fall blocks. So before we head back, let's go ahead. This is a bombable place. We'll drop a power bomb and head down. So, can't go over there, I don't believe. If we go over this way, see these guys, now they actually take 2 hits. It's sometimes worth it to actually turn off the ice beam, because then the enemies take 1 hit instead of 2. Because at least when you're like this, you know, enemies that would have originally taken 2 hits now take, or 1 hit take 2, because 1 hit they're in their frozen state. And they'll come out of their frozen state eventually, so keep that in mind. And you would normally, oh shoot, this room, shoot. Oh, I remember hating this room. There's a power-up. Oh, I completely forgot this was here. There's a power-up on this wall that is a complete pain in the butt to get. Probably the best way to do it. I don't even know how they originally intended you to do this. We go like there. Just keep on jumping up. I think this is probably... Oh, no, reload the room. You're supposed to be using these guys as like frozen platforms to make your way up, but it's such a pain. But again, it's a pain to also come back to this room in the future. Oh, just barely made that. Shoot, shoot, shoot. See, that is such a pain in the butt power up to get. So this is going to take me a couple tries, so give me just a quick moment as I do this. This is going to take a while. You know, I was thinking, you know, the issue is that that block, over time, it respawns. You can't just show the block and then have it respawn. You actually need to get up there while it's visible. Can I? Okay, you can't do that. I was thinking that maybe if you froze them or refroze them while they were flashing, they'd be fine. But no, they actually, it's a problem. Nope. Okay, I'm coming back when there's space jump. Nope. I'm gonna mark it down in editing. I'll come back when there's space jump, because otherwise that is too frustrating to do. Also, you have to run through this room. I remember that being like my least favorite missile tank to get in the end. And that leads us back to here. Okay, perfect. So with that, let's go ahead and head up topside. I'm gonna meet you back at that elevator, so I'll be there in just a moment. Wrote that down. It was like, oh good lord, it's gonna be all sorts of awful. I'll tell you what, you know, some of these games is fine, but, you know, there's a couple of times like that I'm like, no, just no. Also, well, this is the one I cheated, right? So, this is not the way I went before. How did I get up before? Well, that's fine. That leads right up into that room. Oh, we'll just go through this room properly now. Yeah, but can I just... No. Don't care. Don't care. Good lord. How to say, most frustrating thing in the game is the grapple beam. You know, I can wall jump, and power bomb, or not power bomb. I can bomb jump. You know, I've done mock ball before, a long time ago. You know, I can do these things, but man, the grapple beam, don't like it. Not one bit. Anyways, we're back into this hallway here. Move our way back up here. I just remember that one room specifically being the most frustrating thing in the world. Also, we can go here now. I forgot that this was here. That's one thing that I don't like about this map, is it doesn't clearly show where the doors are, which makes it... Oh, here's the map. There we go. I think we've pretty much completed most of this. Yeah, I mean... The only places we haven't been are the places we haven't, or we can't go, so that was kind of useless. And you need power bombs to get that, so of course you're going to be pretty much done with the area by the time you see that as it is. But oh well. let's go ahead and head our way back up top side. And I think our goal is ultimately, while we're doing cleanup, is to be heading back towards the wrecked ship. But first of all, let's go over here, and there's a power bomb thing we can get. Also, oops, don't waste your power bombs. This is valuable lessons from me. You only have so many. You know, there is a recharge station over here, but still, you don't want to be wasting these by any means. We'll come back down through here. If you remember correctly, this is the one room where I was like, I can get that now, and then it's like, no, you can't get that now. It should be in this next room right here. Is there should be, I want to say it's a missile tank, but maybe I'm wrong and it's actually a power bomb upgrade. And you know what? We want it as all those that we can get, without a doubt. So we go over here and drop ourselves a power bomb. Yeah, and I remember hating jumping up into these things. Oh, it's easier just to bomb jump. Give me just a second. I'm really bad at bomb jumping from the ground. Usually what I do is I just smash it and eventually you end up where you want to go. But I'm bad at that. There you go. Just like that. I'm kind of just smashing it. But yeah, here's another missile tank. Oh, I can get well over here. What we really want are more power bombs. But as it stands right now, we don't really have a place to go ahead and get more power bombs. I am going to reload this room. So if we come over to the side here, we can get out and then come back in. I'm not even going to bother saving. I just want those enemies to respawn so we can get a little bit either energy or some pickups, because those would be really great at this point since we don't have a whole lot. You can come here. Come on, buddies. You can see, like, between the wave beam and the power, or not the power beam, but the, get all the words wrong. But between the wave beam and the ice beam, the enemies fall pretty quickly now. Which is exactly what we want. The faster they die, the happier we are, so to speak. Go and grab these. Again, just trying to restock on stuff. We don't have a whole lot of power bombs, and they're fairly useful, but we'll be using them fairly quick as well. So just keep in mind that if you're ever sure that if there's like something there, you know, drop a power bomb, because it will reveal most stuff. And there's all sorts of like pickups that we can go ahead and get now. So as we're moving our way back, we can go ahead and take care of that. That being said, if we want to, you can drop a power bomb right here and break this. I'm not going to do that. I think that makes it more difficult for the time being. We'll do that when we come through the other way, because I do not want to go to Meridia right now. That would be a big pain in the butt. Anyways, where are we going next? I guess just back up this passageway. There's all sorts of stuff we can get. We can go ahead and get another upgrade if we want, using the grapple beam. You can get it actually much earlier, as long as you're willing to tank some damage, and I mean a lot of damage at that. It's one of those things, I don't know how many energy tanks you need. Again, water physics. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough that, you know, you aren't going to be doing it on your first way through here, probably. Unless you've been very specifically going out for other power-ups. So, you can wall jump your way up all this. How you're supposed to do it is on these, like, little weavers, or whatever they're called, to go ahead and just use them as platforms. You can't kill them normally. So if you get them at least semi-lined up correctly, if you just aim upwards, probably the best way to use them is using them as stepping stones on your way up. Fairly easy to get all the way back up to the top. Go ahead and drop a power bomb here. Well, I guess you couldn't. Also grab that. I guess you couldn't get through here because this is a power bomb door. For a reason, I was thinking you could go here like fairly early. So your nice thing about these rooms now is if you freeze these guys, they still generate light. So it's much easier to go through these rooms now without essentially being blind. Now these little weavers, no reason to go ahead and do that. If you use your grapple beam, you can actually go ahead and pick up those items. But if you use your grapple beam, it will still kill small enemies. So be careful about that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and go our way through here. Now you can actually like damage tank. You can tank your way through all of this. You don't actually need to go through the whole room like that. But, you know, sometimes it's just easier to do that. Go ahead and drop a bomb right here. And there we go. That one right there. And this is the X-ray scope. This is really great, especially for someone like me who doesn't remember the game very well. You go ahead and equip it. Hold the shoot button, right? Oh, or maybe not. It's not the shoot button. Oh, it's the run button. It will show you like where essentially you're supposed to go, or what's like actually there. So it's really handy if you don't remember where everything is. So with that equipped, it's really easy to also figure out like, oh, what power-ups do I need at this point? So granted, the only thing is you can't run with it on. And granted, I don't use the run button very much as it is, but it is something to take into consideration. Now, if you fall down here, there isn't anything down there, I want to say. There's no like power-ups or anything like that, so don't worry too much about that. Instead, we're just going to rush our way out with our new X-ray scope. Now again, you can just damage boost your way all the way through this room if you want to. I would not recommend that. That seems like a pain, personally. And since we're on our way out, we can go ahead and just kill these for the couple of pickups that they give us. Because, you know, that's important. And again, power bombs. The most important of all power-ups. Do that. It just wipes out, again, anything in our way. I'm just trying to keep up with the number of power bombs we have because they are very, very, very useful. So here I think we want to head directly up. There's a couple... Well, first of all, let's actually head to this direction here if we can. I think this is two-way. There's a one-way door, but because we have the wave beam, it's not so much of an issue. So we can come here and get the one power-up that we not forgot, but couldn't get earlier because we didn't have power bombs. So this is the pipe room. Remember, there is the pipe that we could have gone through earlier. This is when you're actually supposed to come back through here because you have high jump boots now, so you can just jump up to that one place. Also, I need to be more careful about not taking just random hits. But now if you come up all the way over to here, you can see that right here is another door that we can go ahead and get through now. Pop in here. This episode is going to be a little bit of backtracking as we pick up a variety of different pickups and such. First of all, this is one of those rooms. I'm going to go ahead and kill all the enemies and then go ahead and open up this door in case we ever want to go back that way. But I think is it power bombs that you need right here? Yeah, it is. More power bombs. Oh, yay! This will actually connect to someplace very familiar that you guys will see in just a second, which is good. So real quick, I want to look. There's a couple of rooms we could go back this way. I'm not too concerned about that. We'll get to it when we get to it. Isn't there a power bomb? Is that what it is? I want to say it is. Yeah. You notice this leads us to where we got our very first power-up in the game, the Morph Ball. So now what we can do is go back this way. And there's a couple of things we can go ahead and grab. For one, I want to check down here before we go over to the left. See if we go over here. Is there something in this room? I don't remember. You know, as I said, there's a couple of these that have stuff in it. Not this one, apparently, though. So we won't worry about that. Instead, we'll go up, and there are several power-ups we can get here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's see. You see, if you give it a second, those blocks respawn naturally, which is a huge help. You know, it's a pain coming through all this without having any sort of blocks. This would be one of those cases I would maybe turn off the ice beam. Just because everything is taking like 2 hits right now, which is, you know, not really all that needed. But we can just jump up and grab this. And then after this, we can go ahead. I think it's just like that. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe we need to do the power bomb first. So you can actually jump up this, which I'm going to show you a trick that we haven't seen really yet. And you point up and jump. That's called shine sparking. Whatever direction you are holding the D stick, the D-pad, or like whatever direction you're holding at that time is what direction you will dash upwards. So you can see we get into this room. This room, I wonder if it will show it. Yeah, exactly. There's this. I'm not sure. Can we actually do this? I think if you go ahead, I hate doing this, by the way, and wall jump off this wall, you can go ahead and do this. Maybe. Can I? Hold on. I can do this, right? Okay, first of all, I need to go ahead and let go of the thingamajig. Use the dash button. Yeah, I'm just going to give this a couple tries. If I can't do it right now, I might need a future power-up. No, I can't do it right now. So, we'll keep this in mind as a place to go back to, and I'll go ahead and write it down in my notes. But that is here. So just shoot this or bomb this. Yeah, okay. And this we all have to power bomb out. Okay, but we'll keep that in mind as another place to go further on, or later on. So there's another couple of things we can do here. Just cleaning out this area, and we might actually want to go back down that other route if we... Because there's, I think, at least one power-up we can get back that way. There's a couple places we could go. I think for the time being, we'll just continue up towards the ship, and then we'll do a cleanup later on. You know, there's some cleanup we can do along this path, so we'll do all the cleanup along this path, and then jump back the other way. Because we'll land in a place that's really convenient for that. So go off to the left here. And if you remember correctly, yeah, this should lead us into this room. There is something we can get here as well. So you notice, like, I did initially open up that door to the right. It's still locked. If we go all the way to the left here, that door will be unlocked even if we don't kill all the enemies. So you usually kill all the enemies in this room, so it's not that big of a concern. It's something to keep in mind. I know I mentioned that in the past. Put a bomb here. And another one, I want to say. Yep. And you slowly make your way down. Pick up another missile, right? Yeah, another missile. I said, we're getting up there on missiles, all things considering. So this is like the old boss arena for Metroid 1. If you're interested in that. Way, way back when. So, but regardless, we can go ahead and come up to here. Oh, maybe. If I don't have too many issues. Actually, if we go up, where does this lead us? You know what, that's fine. Yeah, we'll come up this way. I was thinking, like, which way should we go? But I think this is a good way to do it. And then there's something I want to go ahead and do. There's one more route that I want to go ahead and do this episode, and then we'll end off there. So one thing is, this is kind of a cleanup episode. We didn't do too much as far as, like, boss completion. But there's a lot of power-ups that now that we have the abilities that we have currently, that we can go around and pick up. So take advantage of that while we can. I think there's a power-up somewhere in this hall as well. I don't remember exactly where it is, though. So, first and foremost, if we come over to this room, right. This one I missed, you know, we could have gone this way earlier. If we come into here, we can just kind of crouch our way over and get into this far room. And there should be a power-up right over here. This might even be a, yeah, missile tank. More missiles. We have no shortage of missiles, that's for sure. Next up, what we'll do is go back. We're going to go back to where the ship is. So if we go over this direction, oh, or you could just jump up like that. I forgot that that was there completely. I'm not even going to get the save point. I don't think there's any reason to. But if we go ahead, oops. I see these guys can be a little bit annoying at times. They tend to be just in the way. Which, because you can't kill them really. I think maybe with the super missile you can kill them, but generally they're just in the way. I mean, that's the best way to think about it. But we're back to where we started. There's a couple things that we can go ahead and do here. Go ahead and do this. Oops, I screwed that up. Let's try that again. So one thing you'll notice if we shine spark, look at my HP. I'm going to go ahead and just hit up and jump. You see that it uses my HP to go ahead and move. So you have to be careful about the amount of HP that you have. So that is one thing to keep in mind. So first and foremost, let's go ahead. I'm trying to remember exactly where you need to jump to go ahead and do this. Is it here? No, it must be that the first mound. See, if you jump, you can actually get up. There's a door up there we can get up to. Right there, perfect. That should get us high enough, I want to say. Maybe? Or does it need to be higher? It needs to be higher, so what we probably have to do is... Well, I could bomb jump. There's always that. Like, the mischievous little smile comes onto my lips as I say that. I'm going to go ahead and bomb jump up there real quick and get up to that door, so I'll be back in just a second. Maybe further over. Okay, bomb jumped our way up there. You're supposed to just jump up here normally, but yeah, this is a power bomb door, so we couldn't have done this earlier as it was. And we have more acids, so you want to be careful in this room. Also, these guys. I'll say the least favorite enemy in the game. Is that we're fine on this block? Yeah. Just want to be careful. These guys, you know, the acid does a lot of damage, all things considering, and you don't want to be taking more damage than you have to at this point. We get more power bombs because of this, which is fantastic. We need all the power bombs we can get. They are super useful, all things considering. And with that, there's another passage we can go ahead and go on this, you know, on this way over. You know, over to the left, there's another passageway we can go ahead and head that way if we wanted to. But I think this is actually, also keep, you know, not equip that. I think this is a good place to end it. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all next time. See you then.